Alright everyone, welcome back to Retro Gaming Classics. Today we're going to be playing a really fun game. This one is Theme Hospital. This came out in about 1997. It was originally an Electronic Arts game. I don't even know if you can get this thing anymore. It was available on Origin for free. That's where I picked it up a few years back. Uh, Nowadays I'm not sure exactly where you get it. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game and just walk through the first level here and see how it goes. I'll try and give a quick run through of the game. High res. That's all set. Music is really annoying on this game, but we're going to head and go with it just to get the full classic experience. Okay, so basically this game, you run a hospital. This timer over here, when this thing starts turning red, if you follow my little mouse, which is a hypo needle, that's when the customers come in. So what you got to do is build rooms and get your hospital running. So let's just get right in it. You have four types of room. You have diagnosis, treatment, clinics, and facilities. The farther you get in this game, the more types of things open up, and it gets really exciting as the game progresses. So first off, when you build a room, you stretch it out until it turns blue. That's how you know you have enough space. I'm not going to put any windows in there. You just kind of arrange the furniture anywhere that it shows up in color. You know, you can place it there. And blam, that's our first room. Let's just keep it going. What I like to do is just kind of run down the list through the rooms. So we have GP's office. Go and throw a general diagnostics room in there. See, it's orange and blue. See, nice and small. So we'll go ahead and just make it as small as can be. This one is two pieces of equipment, a curtain, and then the little test machine, and there you go. So we got the first two done. Psychiatric. Now this one's interesting. You'll see later on in the game that some rooms can get quite large. They allow you to place more furniture than you're given at default. The psychiatrist's office is one, and then the nurse's ward is the other. For now, we'll go with a pretty medium size. We'll see what kind of stuff they give us off the bat. So, again, we have our famous curtain. Of course, you have a couch for the patient, a chair for the doctor. We'll just take a look at the other things. You can buy bookcase, skeleton, bin, radiator, plant. We'll just buy everything just to show you. Later on in the game, as your hospitals get bigger, you'll really becomes important to kind of stay on top of. Oh, that's interesting. Stay on top of the heat and the temperature. Customers will start complaining, or patients will start complaining. So we really have to keep it up. For this stage, this is just kind of the intro. So as long as you get the basics in, you should be able to pass this board pretty quickly. Get a nice big one. Now the reason I made the ward so big, one, it has 3 doors, but two, this one is really kind of the heart of the hospital. As you can see, this is, you put a few beds in there, you can really get a bunch of patients at once. Maybe 3 for now. Like I said, the tricky part here is to make sure you have enough room for everything to be blue. So we're kind of running out of time. Let's go ahead with jump into treatment. So pharmacy, this one can always be nice and small. Basically the nurse is in here and she hands out the drugs. Oh, that's not the right spot. So this too can be a small room, just trying to conserve space. And all you need is space for that. And we're good to go. Okay, so let's get this thing going before it gets too long. Sorry, my music might have been bleeding through the headphone there. So let's go ahead and hire some. Change that. Let's get the reception desk. What I've learned is benches are really important in this game. If people don't have benches, they'll just up and leave on you. So first things first, let's get some benches. What I found is the best thing to do is to just put the benches right outside of the office of the doctor they're going to see, because generally people won't sit on them unless you do that. drink machine here. Try and keep him happy. That can go there. Okay, so here's the important part. Let's get the reception desk. Radiator, keep everyone warm. Throw a plan in there. Okay, now we need to hire people. It looks like I'm out of time. We'll start with the receptionist. Yeah, don't want her. And we want her. Some of these background resumes get really comical as you go through the game. And then it also gets tricky later on, prone to mistakes. We don't want him, but he is a psychiatrist if you notice that, so we're going to go ahead and purchase him because it can be hard to find the specialized doctors. Let's go ahead and hurry up here before the patients start running in. Careless and accident prone, no thanks. Careful, that's good, so we'll put him in there. What do we got left? Sometimes you just have to pick what they give you. Oh, well, I should have hired him for the other one. That's alright. Alright, so I'm going to need to hire a nurse. Subversive, no thanks. Accident prone, polite and general manner. There we go. So we need a nurse in there. We're going to need a nurse in the ward. Accident prone, enjoys a laugh. There we go. You win. Okay, so what else? Here we go. So we're also going to need to hire maintenance guys. This becomes really important later in the game. That guy looks good. We'll just go for it. And then what you can do is click on him and tell him to focus on what you want. Maintenance, plants, trash, or just have even balance. I kind of put him more on plants for that guy. So what I'll do is hire another one for trash. Hopefully we have someone good. Not fussy. Nope. That looks good. You're going to be our trash man. Alright. So that's the basics. We got the hospital up and running now. So now what I want to do is just kind of tune up what we weren't able to get built in the first round before the hospital opened. So we covered all the diagnostics. We covered treatment. Let's go to clinics. Inflation clinic. This is the first one at this stage of the game. It's really funny. This treats the bloated head clinic, or the bloated head syndrome, which is basically what you see with that guy walked in there on the left. He's got a big head and someone needs to pop it. So we could find us a good doctor for that. Very hard working. See how they kind of fill up quick. You never know when the doctors are going to come. So looks like we have the gist of it. See how it works. The patients walk in, they take their clothes off, they get inspected. He's going to end up sending him to the inflation clinic. So we've got the basics running. What I'm going to do now is build a bathroom. I've played pretty far into this game. I have not finished it yet, but I will be doing that with the video here. I've never had an issue with bathrooms. So I don't know how important it is to do anything besides the basic. You'll see here in the lower left, that's when you get an award, not an award, an alert, various types of alert. This one's telling you, I'm going to have that guy wait. You don't want patients to die. So even at a high percentage rate, it's not something you really want to do. What do we got over here? It looks like we cured something. Symptoms. We have discovered the squits. So that's great. And what else do we got here? Another question. 80% chance of invisibility. You know what? We're going to go ahead and take a chance on that one. They've discovered bloaty head, which is, we mentioned earlier, facilities. Now this is kind of funny, the staff room. This is another one like the ward and like the psychiatric office. They can get really, you can make it pretty big because you're going to get more stuff in here than they give you as default when you first buy it. We'll actually go ahead and put some windows in here, so keep an eye on the doctors. So what's funny is this place kind of tends to fill up. The doctors and the staff get pretty excited about being in there. You see I bought a radiator. The radiators aren't an issue yet, but they will be, I know, much later in the game. Really becomes the issue trying to keep the place temperate. The patients kind of get a little impatient. Let's see what we got going on here. 77% chance. Well, let's get him to wait. So this is one thing I haven't quite figured out sometimes. Yeah, see there's an invisible guy. Definitely need to get some more benches going. You can see the pace is already starting to pick up. It's kind of hard early on whenever they tell you they don't have the cure, because you have a really limited number of rooms you can build. Now once you get into the later stages, you can build a lot of research, so it's pretty easy to figure out, learn new diseases. Heaped piles. Let's see, we're doing pretty good on finding conditions. So we're going to go ahead and build another diagnostics room, because basically I don't know really what else to do at this early stage when they tell you. We'll go ahead and build it long just to keep it all symmetrical here. Get the chair in there. See what other kind of stuff we could buy. Just the basics, so we're gonna leave that as it is. So we're definitely gonna need a doctor. Oh, what do we got here? It's not letting me open. Oh, because I still got this going on. Let's confirm that office. I've discovered the uncommon cold. Alright, so we're moving pretty quickly here. Let me go ahead and buy a doctor. See, now we only have two. Boy, that guy's great. Let's go ahead and buy him. Then we have a good backup assortment of doctors if we need. Make sure our benches stay up to date. There we go. Well, look at that. So we seem to be rolling pretty well. Got some cures going. No one's died. This is something to look out for. So you see in the lower left that hat. Later on in the game, this is where you make your money. If you see a VIP wants to come visit, I generally hit yes all the time. Still haven't got the invisibility. Let's let him try and figure it out. So we have everything that we can possibly have set up, so I'm not sure why the invisibility, but like I said, it's just this early stage. It's not too concerning. So later on in the game, with all the research, what do we got here? TV personalities. Okay.
Staff members are reminded to rest frequently.
So that's your basic run through the game. Now we got this guy just standing here. I wonder if we give him some benches, if he'll take a seat or not. I don't want him just out and about. There you go, bud. Nope, not interested. He's just going to stand there. That's fine. So everything looks to be going good. Generally, the way you beat these boards is the first of the year comes out. When you hit January 1st, they kind of do a summary of what hospitals did what throughout the year. And if you did enough and made enough money, then you'll go ahead and get that reward for meeting the basic objectives of the level, and they'll invite you to run another hospital. So we can go down here. Everything's running smooth. See, we basically just have this one building here. Later on in the game, this whole thing can build up and you'll be able to buy multiple buildings and have to run multiple hospitals. You can see in here as well, you can kind of adjust the heat. This will become an issue later on for sure. You can't have cold patients, and watch out, Billy will arrive to tour your hospital. Alright, so here comes the VIP. So everything looks on point. We don't really have any negative alerts. The doctors seem happy. The patients seem happy. You know, just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and throw another reception desk up here in the middle. I don't know that you need more than one. There's Mr. Invisibility's going in there. Oh, so here's what we're waiting on. This is an angry doctor. What I tend to do is just pay him, because it's only $21 raise. Just keep them all happy. This guy's mad too. Oh, the nurse is mad. See, everyone's getting mad. I just pay them. It's not a big deal. 79% chance. You know what? You're gonna have to wait, bud. Don't want to risk it this close to being done. Another mad doctor. Mad nurse this time. All right. So we just hit November. We'll see if See if we can finish this in one shot in the first year. You just saw a guy get his head popped there. Yeah, so later on in the game, the amount of conditions that they get and that the patients get and the technology or the equipment that it takes to treat them just gets really, really funny. Really exciting. So far, that was just a basic head popper. But that's when maintenance becomes the issue. This game gets really, really challenging in the latest levels. But this is just the intro here, so looks like we got another mad doctor. Yeah, janitor. You know, speaking of that, let's go check. Yeah, there's the break room. As I said, the break room tends to stay full. Watch TV, they play pool. Oh, I got another mad janitor. Everyone's mad. Why? I'm running a clean house. Okay. So now you can see the break room is just getting crowded. It just gets a little ridiculous in there. As long as we don't have patients waiting. Tell you what you can do. This guy. So you can see, oh, he's pretty tired, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and pick him up and not keep patients waiting. So that's always an option. Let's see what we got going on here. 1,200 cash. Looks like our visit went well. That's great. 72% chance. You know, we're just going to go ahead and take a chance on that. Let's see if they're listening or not. No one's listening, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and build another reception desk. Oh, actually we're not going to buy anything. We just have to keep it running smoothly, and looks like we're going to pass this in about 13 days on the calendar. So that's this is Theme Hospital Stage 1. I gave a pretty good view. We didn't even need to utilize this space back here. I mean, I guess we could. It's almost January 1st. We'll see if we've done it. Got a mad doctor. Yeah, just pay him. Keep them all happy. Somebody looks unhappy. That patient doesn't look happy. I wonder where he's going. Looks like they're sending him over to... Oh, and there we go. So we hit January 1st. There's us, Retro Gaming. We're way down there. Retro Gaming, total value 65. I think that's enough to beat the board. Let's see what they give us. And that's that. That's stage 1. So we'll come back with another video and go through all the stages and see if we can get a complete playthrough of this game. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you have another retro game or new game that you'd like to see a playthrough and commentary, go ahead and leave a comment in the section below. And thanks for watching.